Alright guys, so I got the 74-812 project in here. I've been gathering the parts for this for a while, and I had most of them. One is this sector steering box and steering wheel out of a parts 816 frame I had. I just did that in a previous video, took that out. I know there's a spring broke that pushes the pin up for the lift to hold it up. And I have this parts handle, so guess what am I going to do? How am I going to swipe the parts out of this? Actually, I got a couple springs broke. I might take that spring out and match it up with some more springs. But anyhow, I got the air cleaner for it, some bolts. I got a screen for on the back of the engine. And I also have a deck shell outside for it, which I'll go out and show you guys in a minute. Alright guys, I'll throw this in the middle of the 812 video somewhere, but here's that 40-inch deck shell I bought. I paid $65 for the deck, something like that, deck shell. And actually it had the height bracket on it and the lever, just missing the knob. And it has the gauge wheel part on the back. So I'll actually have some 40-inch deck parts when I'm done with this, but it's not too bad looking underneath. It's got a couple welds broke, so I'll have to haul this into work and weld that, since I don't have a welder that works anymore at home. But I think that'll look pretty good under that 812, don't you think? Back to your regular scheduled programming. And as far if it needs any linkage or anything, which it has some really worn linkage, believe me, just believe me, I'll show you when I get into it. But other than a really good bath, wouldn't hurt it. This is actually a fairly decent running tractor. I know the choke cable or choke lever needs a little bit of work in the dash. And I think, trying to remember, I think the deck was real noisy on this, so when I take the spindles off, I may or may not have to replace the bearings, and it probably wouldn't be a bad idea anyhow to replace the bearings and the seals in it. And you know, we'll go from there. Maybe I doubt if I'll put new tires on this tractor, but I may break down and buy tubes and put in it. What do I really plan on doing with the 812 project? Well, it'll probably mainly be doing mowing. I don't really mowing and probably pulling the cart. That one cart was always with it its whole life, so that metal Gravely cart. So that's really all the plans I have for it. I mean, the only other thing I could do with it is I could run a 40-inch deck out front, and then that opens it up to a rotary plow or a 30-inch mower, which might be alright on this for a manual lift 812. And the tires can be set narrow on it like it is now, and that makes it work inside a 40-inch mower better, and doesn't really track over too much for brush hogging with a 30-inch. The only drawback to it will be it don't have chains on, which I realized when mowing with the 450 here the other day. All my normal mowing tractors have a set of tire chains on, and the 450 actually has the exact same tires as the 812. They used these tires for quite a few years, and actually this is a 71 450 and that is a 74 812, so only 3 years different. First year for the 800s were 72, I want to say. So anyhow, enough of a history lesson, and I guess this might be, I'll start out with part whatever was after I fixed the wheel hubs and stuff on this 812. I'm going to look up on the playlist. It was part 3, part 4, something like that, and then I kind of stopped there because I was scavenging parts. You guys know how I roll. I don't buy anything new. I wait till parts appear, whether from Craigslist or fellow Graveliers. So anyhow, hopefully the next part of this will be, probably the first thing I'm going to do is take the mower deck off And that'll allow me to work on the steering and everything else, and then I can roll the mower deck in behind it back here in the other deck shell and work on it. So, alrighty guys, thanks for watching. I'll catch everybody in the next one. Later.